When the real estate market crashes, it's not all of a sudden one day. You may hear about it one day, but it actually was a long period of time that had a transitional period like we're seeing right now, which is inventory rising, rates going up. The price increase has been going like this, and now it's starting to flatten. And these are just all key indicators that the real estate market is adjusting. Is it going to crash? It's too early to tell. We don't know. But one thing is for sure, we're definitely transitioning, right, into a different market. We're transitioning into a seller's market, or excuse me, into a buyer's market, where you're going to start to see buyers have more favor, maybe even getting some closing costs paid by the seller, less competition and things like that. So let's hop in and take a look at what is exactly going on. But keep this in mind, the sky is not falling. Okay, there's always people saying that, you know, the sky is falling, doomsday, all that stuff, and there is a time when that does come. I remember in 2007, yeah, 2007, you know, the world was coming apart. 2008 coming apart, 2009 coming apart, but that is not right now. Okay, so the first graph that I want to show you here is going to show you a couple different things. Number one, it shows you kind of what the average sales price is here in the high desert, but the thing that I want you to take a look at is that gap, and that gap that is spreading between that green and that blue line. That's the difference between the original price that the house comes on the market and then what it's actually selling for. So you can kind of figure out that if the gap is widening, that means that sellers are still pushing the price up, but the buyers are no longer willing to pay those prices, at least in the mass amount of people buying the homes. This next graph, take a look. This shows the average days on market, and I pulled this all the way back to 2019 that we could have a good perspective. And let me just say something up front. All of these years, the days on market has been extremely low. I mean, for a home to go into escrow on average under 35 days is extraordinarily fast. But it is clear to see now that we are in a transitional period. The days on market is going up. All right, the next and final graph I have here for you kind of shows you everything. This is a report that's provided by my buddies Mike and Bobby at Chicago Title, an amazing team. Highly recommend them whenever you're choosing any title to choose Chicago Title. Anyways, take a look at this. You can see the total listings are up. We're at about a 2.5-year high, guys. This is the most amount of listings that have been on the market in about 2.5 years. And you can look at those other numbers. So that's a good overview of the market. You know, as you take a look at a couple of these client testimonials that I received last month, obviously I'm continuing to sell properties. I'm continuing to help people. If you have any real estate needs at all, I'd love to help. Last 30 days, I've purchased 5 homes directly from sellers. This is where the seller doesn't pay any commission. They don't make any improvements, no repairs, no appraisal, no investigation. The seller gets to choose the close date as soon as they want or as delayed as they want, so on and so forth. So this has been highly successful endeavor. I've been doing this for about 10 years. I just haven't been telling people, so now I'm just sharing it. If you're thinking about selling and you say, you know, Derek, I just want to sell directly to someone cash. I don't want it to go on the market. I don't want the neighbors to see it. I don't want the whole world to see the inside of my house. Or hey, you know, I just want to see what you will offer me. Reach out to me. It costs you nothing to find out. I can run an analysis if you want, and I can tell you, hey, if you list it, this is how much money you'll put in your pocket, right? That's what matters most to you. Or hey, if I buy it, this is how much money I can put in your pocket. And in most cases, I'm very competitive. Not in every case. Sometimes you'll make more money listing it, but sometimes I can pay you a very competitive price and it makes sense. So anyways, if you're thinking about selling, reach out to me. It doesn't cost you anything.